Hello, this is Sherry McGuire, and here with another episode of Explore Maple Grove. I am a local realtor and also the host of Explore Maple Grove podcast. I want to welcome today our new guest that we have, that is Glenn Williams. He is the head coach of Rehabbing You, and I'm super excited to get to talk with him and share what he knows about investing with you today. So welcome, Glenn.
Thanks for having me, Sherry. Appreciate you taking the time out today to talk.
Yeah, well, I'm so excited to dive into this because as we were talking beforehand, I think people have different ideas in their head of what it means to be a real estate investor. And so why don't you talk to us first about like how you got into real estate investing and how you would define real estate investing and the different parts that are in there that might not be what an investor would think of as investing.
Absolutely. Yep. I used to work at computer programming jobs, and I got introduced to a gentleman who his retirement plan was holding rentals. And I got interested in that once I talked to him, started buying rentals, bought a duplex, live in one side, rent out the other. I bought my first one in 95. So I was house hacking before it was called house hacking.
Yeah.
And so did that. I started a full-time house flipping business in 2012 and then started Rehabbing You in 2023, just this year, to teach people how to do this. But typically when we're looking at investing, I consider rentals as investing. I mean, something like house flipping it's more transactional. So I don't quite consider it investing. I mean, you buy a product, you improve a product, and you sell a product. I mean, that's what flipping is.
Yeah.
Now you can do some work, you can flip it, you can stabilize it and hold it as a rental. I mean, you can absolutely do that. But typically when I'm considering something investing, it's going to be a long-term hold, typically of some kind where you hold an asset for a period of time, as opposed to something like flipping, which is a more transactional type of business.
And that makes a lot of sense. And I think there's a lot of people that lump all that together who aren't in the role. I mean, I certainly was lumping it together. And so I think that's helpful to see that distinguishing between the two different things for the language around it. So so you went down the path of the rehabbing. And so talk to us about why you love rehabbing and what led you to create the Rehabbing You.
Well, the rehabbing business, I mean, I got to a point where, I mean, I was definitely not enjoying corporate America. And I was in a mastermind group where a number of people were flipping houses, and got to talking to them enough. And I got brave enough and I said, hey, I'm going to do this. So
Okay.
Bought my first one, did that, had success there, bought another one. I mean, I quit my job before we sold the first one, so
Okay.
I was all in on that. But I mean, I was, like I said, I was tired of the corporate world at that point anyway. So I started doing that in 2012, and just over the years started buying more and more properties and flipping more and more properties each year. Built a team around me, so honestly I don't do a lot of the day-to-day work in it anymore. My team handles the bulk of it. And then in talking to other people in mastermind groups I'm in, come to find out that a lot of people who, even though they're doing a lot of transactions, they're not really that good at the rehabbing part. I mean, they have inefficiencies, they're inefficient and ineffective in various points, and having challenges that somehow we didn't seem to have. So figured something about our systems and processes are better than what other people are doing. And we just decided that, hey, we're going to start to share that with people and show them kind of the right way to do it, as opposed to just kind of doing it on their own. And they start to learn things that are things that maybe they shouldn't do, but they don't necessarily learn the right way to do it. They know don't do this, but they don't know the right thing to do. So I mean, we're sharing that with people in our monthly meetings and in our Facebook group and everything like that. So I mean, we enjoy sharing all of that and showing them a better way of doing business.
Well, is there one example of something where they're like, oh, they're doing here, like gotta help them with this one little area?
I mean,
example.
Yeah, one of the biggest things is just pretty much day one on a project, we're starting to work on the project because we did all the prep work ahead of time. We know what the scope of work is. We know who's going to work on the project. We know exactly what work is going to happen, or roughly what work is going to happen in what order on the project. So, I mean, we get down to work right away. We do not have days off on the projects. I mean, the house better not be sitting with no work happening any days. Occasionally it happens, but it's not in the plan. So every day you hold the property costs you money. So we really have a plan so that things go smoothly and things start right away, so that our holding costs and holding time are really significantly shorter than some other people who start planning it almost once they buy it. We have it planned once we're under contract to the property before we even buy it.
And I bet that comes with experience. You know, I suspect there's people out there that go, oh, I'm gonna go flip a property, and they buy one, and then they go, okay, now what do I do? Do you think that happens a lot?
That it absolutely does. I mean, and I did it when I started, and honestly, I did it before I hired my project manager. She's the one who brought in kind of how to do it the right way. I was doing everything in my business myself, and I was doing everything very mediocre. So things took way longer with me doing it myself than with her running the projects. So there's just right ways of doing it, and the planning up front, and most people don't think about that at all. They say, oh wait, I need a material, maybe I should go to Home Depot and go shop for it now. As opposed to, I mean, materials are on site for us about 3 days into owning the property. So all the materials are there, it's all planned out, we use all the same SKUs and everything. So it's a system and a process to do it kind of in a consistent, predictable manner.
Oh, that's so smart. And so then that's where Rehabbing You came from. So like, tell us about the program. Is it like a certain number of weeks? You know, what does that look like?
Yeah, what we're filling here right now is we have, I mean, we have a partnership program that we are running with right now, where people are able to partner with us on deals. That's launching here on August 1st. So it's launching about a week away from here. And we're working with a limited number of people who are plugging into our systems and processes and really learning how to do all of this by us working with them on the projects. They can see exactly how we do it, how we fund it, how we market for the deals, how we talk to sellers, everything on the project, the scopes of work, how to deal with contractors, how to deal with managing the materials, the draw process, the financing associated with that. I mean, just kind of soup to nuts, the whole thing, how to do that whole thing. So, I mean, we're working with that, but I mean, we also have our free Facebook group where people can come. We have a monthly meeting that we host live in our office in St. Anthony. And then we also live stream that into the Facebook group if people can't attend in person, and they can see the replay. But I mean, we discuss a specific topic in the meetings about 2 hours a week, or sorry, 2 hours on our monthly meeting. And it's specific topics. I mean, we talked about how we improved our processes a couple months ago. This last month, we talked about how we analyze a deal based off of photos and a Matterport that we get of every property, and just kind of how we put together our figures and everything to be able to make the right offers on the properties. So, I mean, we share everything that we know. It just is going to take a while to get all that information out in the group, but we share all of that to people for free. And if people are interested in rehabbing, they can just join the group and follow along and ask questions in there and see what we're sharing. Because again, if we work with someone, great. If they just want to learn better ways of doing it and want to be part of the community, that's fantastic too. So we love new people coming in, asking questions. And again, if we can help them to avoid some of the mistakes and challenges, we love to do so.
Well, that's awesome, because you see the value in helping people, just if they are DIYers and just don't want to go to that next level, and how you can expedite their learning and their success if they jump into Rehabbing You with you, because they're just going to absolutely get their hand held through the whole process, right?
Yep, that's correct. I mean, if you want to jump start it and do it right from the start. I mean, they can become part of our partnership program. If they're just kind of dipping their toe in, great. Again, we'll share everything that we know in the group. It's just if you want to accelerate the growth of your business, then our partnership program, or one of the programs that we'll be launching later on this year, will be a better, potentially a better fit if they want different level of support and education.
Well, awesome. I could sit here and talk all day. I have a million questions, but this has been really interesting, and I hope that you watching have enjoyed this as well. And so if they want to check you out, the Rehabbing You, rehabbingyou.com. And what's the Facebook group? I'll include that below, but what is the Facebook group?
The rehabbing group it's Rehabbing You, Rehab Houses Transform Lives.
Okay.
That
sounds good.
That's the name of it. I mean, they can go to rehabbingyou.com and there will be a link there to get to the group, so they can exit that way too.
Yeah, that's a real easy way. So I like that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Glenn. I appreciate your time today, and thank you for watching. This has been another episode of Explore Maple Grove. My name is Sherry McGuire. I'm the host of Explore Maple Grove and also a local realtor. Thank you and have a wonderful day.